everybody, are we sitting comfortably? Because I'm about to give to you a speech that I gave to my fellow Toastmasters. This speech is called Great Expectations. When I was about 14, I had a lot of expectations in my life. Or in other words, goals. The first one, the ultimate expectation, was that I would become a really prominent singer and I would win the X Factor. Because what else am I going to do as a blind person? I can sing, I'm okay, I'm good at it, why not do the X Factor and win it? But the other expectation for my life that I had is to own a guide dog. And I remember the day that guide dogs, assessors, and their assessing team came to my home. And I've got to be honest, my dad and I, at the age of 14, had started to not get on very well. You know, you get to that age where you wake up and everything your parent says really, really annoys you. Absolutely everything was going on at that point. My dad was the most irritating person on the planet. But I have to say that now that I'm older, I can understand entirely where he's coming from, and I believe that he was right to say what he did. So, my dad was shocked at the behaviour of this particular guide dog assessor. The first thing that this guide dog assessor said was, "Is she doing anything after school then?" And this was with me in the room and my dad, and it was to my dad. And my dad said, "Right, well, don't you think you should be asking Alex this?" Now, in truth, as an adult, I can see why he would ask that. Because it's a bit, does she take sugar, you know? Where I don't get a say in anything that I do. My dad was astonished at the audacity, mainly because it's as though, in his words, it's as though they expected me to have an entire life plan for you. And that's just not how it works. So the guide dog assessor turned to me and said, "So what do you want to do?" And I said, "Well, I want to become a singer, and I want to do the X Factor, and obviously a guide dog's going to help me get from A to B, obviously, I need a guide dog, I'm blind, I'm going blind, and I need a guide dog." And my dad just looked at me and he said, "Alex, okay, I don't expect you to achieve that, but if that's what you want, then so be it. It's this that made me fly off the handlebars. How dare he? How dare he say to me that he doesn't expect me to achieve this? He never expects anything of me. He never thinks that I'm going to do anything in my life. Nobody ever does. How dare he? How dare he not believe in me?" And it's that made me feel really, really mad and really, really bad. The irony of the whole situation is that I hadn't thought about my dad paying for my singing lessons and what that meant afterwards. But, he paid for my singing lessons. He helped me get there. He helped me in trying to achieve my expectation in life. But the thing that I did not grasp was the exact reason why he said it, and the exact reason why, at the end of the day, though annoying he still is, he was in fact right. My dad just didn't want to limit my possibilities by having great expectations for my life. If we hold an expectation and we expect it to occur, and we expect ourselves to achieve that expectation, we get very disappointed when we don't. And we could become very, very ill and disappointed in ourselves. We could become discontented, and we could just become a person that feels bad about themselves. And feeling bad about yourself can lead to poor mental health. So I now as an adult can recognise where he said, okay Alex, I don't want you to expect this of yourself. I don't want you to limit yourself to this one idea or goal in life. I want you to see lots of opportunities for yourself. I want you to have a sense of self-worth. I want people to just speak to you about what your great expectations are in life, not to just ignore the fact that you're there and that you have the right to decide what goes on in your life. So there we go. That was my great speech, and that speech won me a little certificate. Toastmasters has been absolutely brilliant for my confidence, and if I'm honest, it's the best public speaking service for education I have ever seen. It is accessible, and as long as you're with a great team, I'm sure you would enjoy it. So anybody who wants to join Toastmasters, just type it into the computer and see if there is a Toastmasters near you. Alright then, bye bye.